guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackenzie, and in today's video I'm doing a tutorial on this look, a fall glowy look, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get on into the video. So today we're going to start off with my base, and then we're going to go on to the eyes. Today for primer we're going to be using the Touch in Sol Glassy Primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my finger and dip into this and just pick up some product. I don't want to pick up too much, so I'm just starting off with a little bit and building it up. Okay, now on to foundation. Today for foundation I'm going to go ahead and use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Soft Ivory. Usually if I just go straight in and apply this to my skin it gets pretty cakey, so I'm actually going to put a little bit of this product onto my palette right here, and then from there I will dip my beauty blender into it and then apply it to my skin. So I just went ahead and put it on my palette, and now I'm going to dip into that and go ahead and start applying that onto my face. I usually like to do it in light coats and then build up. So I'm taking this flat top kabuki brush and blending the foundation down my neck. For concealer today, I'm actually going to be using two concealers. I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in shade Pale. Fitting. I'm also going to be using Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. And I'm going to take my beauty sponge and blend this in. To set all this, I'm going to be using the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and tap out any creasing that happens before I set that. I'm going to be using this brush right here. And I'm also going to go ahead and set the rest of my face. To bronze today, I'm going to go ahead and use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is an amazing bronzer. I'm sure you guys have seen this one. This is in the shade 6676. And to bronze, I'm going to go ahead and take this brush right here. I'm just going to tap into this product and tap the excess off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the perimeter of my face. And now I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my forehead. I'm going to go ahead and use this Luxie 250 large eye blending brush for some nose contour. And for nose contour, I just really lightly tap in and then kind of dust off on the back of my hand. And then usually afterward, I blend that in. And now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and soften all the edges. And now for baking, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is one of my favorite powders to bake with. So I'm going to go ahead and take my beauty sponge again and dip into the powder and kind of tap off the excess. And I'm going to take it right here and drag it down the side of my nose. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other side. And then to go ahead and brighten up the rest of my face, I'm going to bake a little bit here. Not much there though. And then I'm going to bake a little bit on my forehead. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut my cheekbones. And I don't use a lot of powder because I don't want a harsh line. So now while this is baking, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows and they're looking a little bit crazy because I need to wax them really bad, but it'll work for today. I did carve them out and then I primed my eyelid. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is blush and highlight. For blush today, I'm going to go ahead and use this Milani Romantic Rose blush. And to apply this, I'm going to take this Morphe brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and dip in and tap out. And kind of apply it to my cheeks. And do the other side real quick too. This blush is really pretty. I love this brush for natural looks. Now I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my bake with the BH Cosmetics One brush from the Rose Gold collection. And when I wipe off my bake, I like to kind of swirl a little bit so I don't have a super harsh line. And now to wipe off my nose bake. And to get kind of in the corner of my eye, I'm taking this Luxie 250 large eye blending brush and just kind of wiping that away. For highlight today, I'm going to go ahead and use the Wet n Wild loose highlighter in I'm So Lit. To apply this highlight, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. highlighting brush. And I'm just going to really lightly dip in because if you don't, it's crazy. Oops. I'm going to take a little bit and put it on the tip of my nose and then on the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow and then just a little bit on my chin. I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead. So for setting spray today, going with this glowy look, I'm going to go ahead and use the iconic London Prep Set Glow. This is really pretty when you let that dry now. So I already have some eye primer on my eye. I actually just brought down the concealer that I used to cover up my brows, which was this Wet n Wild Photofocus one. Amazing concealer. I already talked about that earlier. So now let's just get on into the eyes. So to start off, I'm going to be using the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to be taking the BH Cosmetics number 5 brush from the Rose Gold collection and dip into this shade right here. I'm just going to start on the outside and kind of bring it in with a windshield wiper and swirly motions. And this I'm just kind of using for my transition shade. The next shade I'm going to be taking is this shade right here. I'm going to apply that with this brush. Not sure what brush it is. I'm going to start on the outside of my eye and kind of take it into my crease. And now I'm going to go back in with that BH Cosmetics brush and blend those edges out. I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I'm going to place this again on the outer corner and the crease. But I'm going to keep this shade a little bit lower. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. So now from here, I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease and I'll be right back. Okay, so both creases are cut and now it's time to add the shimmer. Today for the shimmer, I'm going to be using this green shade right here from the Butter London Natural Goddess palette. This shade is super pretty. I'll go ahead and add that to my lid. Okay, so for me, this is not dark enough on the outer corners, so I'm going to go into Temptress right here and kind of darken up those outer corners. Ahead and darken up the corners of this eye look, but it's still not like popping enough for me, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go into this palette right here and take this like yellow gold and this green right here and mix them and kind of add them on top of the green. Okay, that's better. Still not completely where I want it, but it's better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other side as well. So I'm kind of wanting the edges sharpened a little bit. So to sharpen up the edges, I got this trick from Jaclyn Hill. You just use a little bit of powder and you kind of like bake right there. Okay, so that is better. I'm gonna let that bake for a second. While that is baking, I'm just gonna go ahead and put on some eyeliner and lashes. For liner, I'm going to be using my favorite liner, which is the Hank & Henry liner. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a little line across my eye. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off this bake now. For lashes today, I'm going to go ahead and use these Yilena Luxury Lashes in Paris. I'm going to go ahead and pop these on and be right back. So I went ahead and put on the Paris lashes and I think they're pretty cute. Comment down below what you guys think of these lashes. Last step now is the lip. Today I think I'm going to go ahead and use the iconic London Plumping lip gloss. This is a super pretty fall color, so I thought it would match well with today's look. So this is today's look, fall glam glowy kind of look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. I hope you will stick around, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.